Good morning, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 9:49 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, June 24th, 2021. This is not financial advice. The video is intended for educational purposes only. There's a Twitter link below. Click on that. You'll get intraday updates and major market moves from me. And click the subscribe channel below with the bell, and you'll be up to date with my latest videos, and you'll be notified when they come out. So on the graph, we're at 81.4 cents. This is what I am invested in the graph at, not the current market value. Probably around 25%. It's around trading around 61%, 61 cents right now. These are my entry points. No exit points right now defined for me. I think I'm going to continue to watch this market closely and see how things behave. Now let's go back to the market. Let's look at the graph relative to US dollar. Now, this thing has certainly, we hit a low of 42 cents. We literally, if you bought at 42 cents, you're up like 50%. We're close to 61 cents right now, certainly making our recovery back over this longer term trend line, which is fantastic. We got to see how this thing plays out in the near term. Let's look at the graph relative to Bitcoin. Yet another remarkable recovery. And if we drill further, we got back over this red line, which I think is fantastic. Being over the red line means, we should now be oscillating within this, but, the hope here is obviously hitting the 1900 and busting through it. This would be the bogey that we'd all want to see us get out of this range. And if we zoom out, we can see that we need to get back over this range, and then the next hurdle being at the 2500 range. So let's go over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin certainly looking, I'm going to zoom out here so everyone can see March 2020 to now. This is the green line. This is the one we want to be over because it's pointing right towards 80,000. Not to say that, it will get there for sure, but, we need it to be over this green line to feel more confident about its trajectory. Now, if we zoom in obviously a couple of days ago, hitting the bee's knees of death, here at 28,703, bouncing way back up to 35. Now we're over this bullish broadening downward wedge, which I've always maintained normally results to the upside. Now that we're over this line. So what has happened? So back in June of 2021, middle part, what is this? Like a week, 10 days ago. 10 days ago in the making, should be another 10 days that we would resolve to the upside. Generally, that's like a 60-40 rule. It would. Doesn't mean that it will. Just, observe that things are not certain in a view of the future unless you are Esmeralda with a crystal ball and have special capabilities that we wouldn't be able to understand. Let's go over to JP Morgan. JP Morgan right now, 49% of institutional agree cryptocurrency is not investable. That doesn't mean that 51% don't agree that it is. So 51% of investors, institutional investors, think it's here to stay and becoming an important asset. And including this, even though they've broken it out like this, if you took this poll 2 years ago, I guarantee you the numbers up here, the negative numbers would be much higher. People have seriously made big strides in terms of their visibility of crypto as a future asset class. So make no mistake about it. In another 5 years, if you did this poll, you probably have 100% saying it's here to stay. But again, we need to let it play out. It took gold. I'm sure it took when people thought gold was a valued commodity. It probably took people some time to figure that out. Nothing happens overnight. Now let's take a look here. Here's how much Bitcoin is worth. Bitcoin making another call on what they think the near-term fair value, and by the way, fair value is not traded value. Fair value is what they, is almost closer to book value based on what people think it would be worth if you dissolved it today. So now fair value at 23,000 to 35,000 is what they are expecting this to be over the medium term based on the relationship. They're looking at some volatility between gold and crypto to figure this out. Now, look, I think just given where we all know crypto is going, I think we continue to see investment into the currency. 23,000 sounds like, worst case scenario from them. Another worst case scenario, they projected 30,000. Now they're projecting 23,000. they were right on that one call. It doesn't mean they're right on all calls. And then further down, if you look at where they actually think crypto or Bitcoin is going, they still have a theoretical price target of 140,000 on the longer term. So look, I mean, look, you could run now at 30,000 in the low 30s and then miss out on the rise to 140. I'm not here to sit here and tell you that the short-term aberrations aren't going to be significant. That being said, if you're a long-term holder, you wouldn't really care. And where you can layer into even lower prices if that opportunity should exist, then good on you. But right now, as far as the graph is concerned, we're definitely back up. We're close to 61 cents again. Graph relative to Bitcoin back over that red line. That's good to see. So all things kind of positive today for the graph. And let's see how the rest of the day shakes out. I'm out of here. Have a great day, everyone.